We've got some new equipment we're testing out, and what better way to test it out than with our top 10 movies of 2016?
It's finally come down to this. The top 10 movies for you and I of 2016. And these are our personal lists. Like, these aren't based on these aren't necessarily based on ratings or necessarily thinking on what movie is better than the other. It's more of what movies we like the most out of them all, what experience that we had the most out of every one of them. So it's not going to be perfect.
When you look at 2016, you can take the rating into account. You can take, everything about the film that you loved into account. You got to look back and say, in 2016, what did I talk about the most? What did I love the most?
Yeah.
And we got some surprises on this list. These on my list. Whoop. All right.
Mine looks pretty.
So we're going to do a quick rattle of honorable mentions as we eat our delicious cheeseburgers and fries. And we're going to rattle off like maybe 5 or 6 quick honorable mentions. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to get down to it. He's going to do 2, I'll do 2, and then we'll go back and forth.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle. Give me you do your honorable mentions, and I'll do mine.
All right. Here we go. My honorable mentions, no particular order. Hacksaw Ridge, Zootopia, Deadpool, Hunt for the Wilder People, and Jungle Book.
Some of those...
You almost choked on your fry.
Some of those really surprised me. I'm a little surprised. Actually, I'm not surprised at Deadpool. The Hacksaw Ridge didn't make your list. What a great film,
I know, I was surprised by that too, but it's tough. It was tough for sure.
Get ready for this.
All right, here we go. Let me have it.
In no particular order, some of my favorite films of the year, my honorable mentions, are Kubo and the Two Strings, Nocturnal Animals, Fences, Don't Breathe, The Birth of a Nation, and 10 Cloverfield Lane.
I think The Birth of a Nation was the one that surprised me the most for your honorable mentions. Like, I know that we both came out,
I really liked it
for the most part, but, we didn't go out raving about it.
I thought about it and I liked it.
All right. Awesome, man.
All right. We're not too shocked. You didn't freak out about Fences? I know how much you love that film.
Oh, I kept it all hidden.
Fair enough.
I kept the anger down. No, I'm not.
All right.
Kyle,
you're 10.
To start it off, number 10, Moana. I wasn't able to join the review for Moana, so unfortunately I wasn't able to say my full piece on it, but I absolutely love Moana, and I think that Disney knocked it out of the park again. I thought the voice casting was awesome, the music was great, the visuals and the way it was all animated and put together I thought was wonderful, and I really did like the ending of this movie. I thought it was kind of a different type of ending compared to what most Disney movies that we've had. I thought it shook things up a little bit, but it was still a touching movie. I liked the characters' interactions. Number 10 for me was Moana. And on number 9,
good film,
Star Wars Rogue One. I'm
so happy it made your list. I was nervous it wouldn't, to be honest.
I had a great time at the theater with this movie. And I wasn't as excited for Rogue One as I was for Star Wars A New Hope necessarily, just because it's more of a spin-off compared to having
Star Wars A New Hope, Force Awakens.
Oh yeah, excuse me, my bad. Force Awakens shows you how much I know. But I still came out enjoying this movie. I really liked the characters. I liked the team. I liked telling this story that comes before A New Hope. I thought it was a cool spin on the Star Wars lore. And I mean, the third act of this movie is hands down amazing. I was loving it. The ending scene that we talked in our spoiler review was just wonderful. This movie, Star Wars Rogue One, is at number 9 for me.
I like your first 2. I'm glad Star Wars made the list. I was a little nervous it wouldn't, and you know how much I love Star Wars around here.
Yeah.
Number 10 for me is a film we just recently saw. It's part of the reason our list always comes a little later is because we live in the middle of Nowheresville, Montana. And it's beautiful here in the summers, but we don't get to see a lot of movies that come here right away. One film we waited for, there's a few that we forgot to mention. Like Silence, which came out in 2016, will not be on our list. Jackie, we never got to see, will not be on this list.
Yeah.
Kyle saw 1 or 2 more movies than I was able to, so he might have a couple that I haven't seen yet. But when we get to our Oscars, we're going to talk more about those movies as I get a chance to see them, and as we both get a chance to see something like Silence, something like Jackie. So for my number 10 is a movie we just watched, A Monster Calls. I know it's not making Kyle's list. I know it. I really like this film. I thought it was a unique, really interesting way to... It's a story I feel like I've kind of seen before, but I liked the way it was presented. I thought the artwork was beautiful. I really liked the ending. I thought all the performances were great. And so that's my number 10. My number 9 is The Nice Guys. What a great original film that no one saw. What a year for Ryan Gosling, man,
Mm-hmm.
that movie, and with what's his name?
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
I almost blanked.
Shane Black knocks it out of the park. It's
Yeah.
such a funny, unique movie. If you have not seen it and you've been bugging Hollywood for original films, why haven't you seen it yet? That's original film. It's so good. Go check out The Nice Guys. My number 9.
Surprised it was that high, but I'm still happy that was on your list, man. Great job. Number 8 for me is La La Land.
Wow!
We just saw
that is low. I really thought it was going to be in your top 3.
I mean, it was a struggle, but I thought there was just a couple more movies that were a little better compared to La La Land. Though I really did enjoy La La Land. I thought it was just a great break from all the kinds of genres that we had for movies this year, and to actually have a great musical. We just don't have that, and I think I'm spacing on the name of this director, and I apologize for that, but the director of Whiplash, he directed this movie. He did a great job with the cast that he had. He did a great job with the choreography and the music, and telling the story about what's more important, love versus doing what you love, doing what you're passionate about. And I thought it was just this great mix of all these different ideas and theories put together, as well as making a great musical. And for me, it's at number 8, La La Land.
Damien Chazelle, by the way.
Thank you. That's who he is. Number 7 is Manchester by the Sea. This is a tough movie to get through.
I don't know what's coming next, because to me, these are such great films that I was expecting to be higher on your list, and they may be higher on mine. We'll find out.
Yeah. Well,
Manchester by the Sea. All right.
Yeah, Manchester by the Sea. It's a tough movie to get through, but man, you guys have to watch Manchester by the Sea. It is a movie that talks about how you deal with something that just affected you so much that you just may not be able to get past in your life, that it just may stick with you for the rest of your life. And I think that it's just a great story of not necessarily having a happy ending, but at least like trying to find some closure, while at the same time just not necessarily getting over something that happened to you. And it was shot great. The acting's incredible. Casey Affleck, I think, hands down, will get nominated at the Oscars, if not win for
just
Best
won the Golden
Actor.
Globe.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it could happen. I could definitely see it happening. But the cast was great. The way it was shot was incredible. It was a story that I think needed to be told to have a change of pace with all the happy ending movies that we've had recently. Manchester by the Sea, number 7.
All right, man. I'm looking forward to the rest of this list. My number 8. Let's talk about the Merc with the Mouth.
Yeah.
Deadpool. Yeah. I know you're not a big Deadpool guy.
No.
And I'm not necessarily either, but I really like the film. And, it was just randomly on cable when I was home over the holidays, and my brother and I watched the first part of it, and I don't think it made my list if I didn't have that moment where all of a sudden I was like, man, I forgot how much I really laughed and enjoyed this movie. It's really funny. Ryan Reynolds is great in the role.
Yeah.
So, I thought actually all the performance was really good. But I went with number 8, Deadpool.
Yeah.
My number 7, Hell or High Water. I was a little late to the game on this one, but a couple of my good buddies, this guy.
Oh, shoot. It should have been on my honorable mention. Sorry. Yeah, continue.
Hell or High Water didn't make the list?
No.
What?
I just realized.
I didn't hear it on the honorables. I thought it was going to be higher. I have no idea what's coming for Kyle.
I just realized. I was like, why does that sound familiar? Because it's not
But
familiar.
I was late to the game.
Man.
I had this guy and another good friend of ours, Caleb, push me. He's like, dude, you got to see this movie. And I finally got to check it out, and I was blown away. I love Ben Foster. He is such a chameleon. Jeff Bridges. And then you've got, what's his face? Chris Pine.
Yeah.
So good in this movie. It is such a gritty story, realistic story, and I loved it. Hell or High Water. All right, big dog.
All right, what you got? Number 6? All right. Number 6, I put Fences on that spot.
Thought it'd be higher. I have no idea where your top 5 is going to be. No clue.
I really enjoyed this movie. I think I enjoyed this movie a lot more than most people did, and I can't figure out why. Because to me, this movie was like getting an inside look on what it's like to see a struggling family during the time period that it was at. Like, I really enjoyed the performances. Like, I thought that there was just so much tension that they had between each other, while at the same time, like, showing how much that they love each other and how much that they care about each other, but that not everything's perfect within the nice little family setup that they have in their place. And I thought the way that it was directed was also wonderful. It was like looking at, it was like being at the moments that they were having within each of the characters, and not necessarily like knowing that you're within a movie. Number 6 for me was Fences.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little surprised that it's not a little higher. I really liked Fences. I did think Denzel did a good job. I thought there were a little bit weird issues. But Viola Davis, that scene.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
She
All right,
nailed
what's
it.
your number 5?
Number 5 is The Nice Guys. And I thought this was going to be higher on your list, so I'm a little surprised by that. But I absolutely love The Nice Guys. It is definitely a breath of fresh air to see some original movies just come out during the summer and not so much of these sequels or reboots or whatever. I thought it was a great story that needed to be told. Shane Black's a great director, and he did another fantastic job with this movie. The interactions between Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling were also wonderful. And the kid actress, I'm spacing on her name, but she also did a very great job going toe-to-toe with those two actors. Overall, funny movie, great concept. I enjoyed the crap out of it. Number 5 is The Nice Guys.
All right, my number 6, Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah.
I thought it was really well done. I really love Andrew Garfield. Mel Gibson has made some incredible films. Think about what you want about the guy. The man make movies?
Yeah.
I really loved Hacksaw Ridge. I thought the performance was great. Action was great. A great story that I had never really knew before. It was good to learn that. Number 6, Hacksaw Ridge. For me, number 5, Captain America Civil War!
Yeah.
Let's go, baby! Captain America Civil War, man. I had such a great time in the theater watching this film. That airport scene, Spider-Man, come on, man. I just rewatched it. Heck of a movie. My number 5, to split it off, Captain America.
Awesome. I like it. Number 4 is Moonlight.
I haven't seen that one yet. Sorry, guys.
It is a great movie to watch. It's almost like Boyhood, but it's done a whole lot better, if that at all makes sense. Like you get taken through the story of this man's life. It first starts off with him being a young boy at 10, and then it goes through his stages, like him trying to figure out what kind of a person he is, and him conflicting with the type of person that he wants to be, while at the same time going through the struggles of what his outer life is, like where he lives and who his family is. And it's just a story about a boy trying to become a man, but he's having a hard time trying to figure out who he is. I thought there were subtle moments, but at the same time there were just moments that take you aback. So it's like this great balance between the two. And the acting is absolutely top notch. It's the best casting out of the year, I think. It's the best ensemble, the best acting. Number 4 for me is Moonlight. It's a movie you guys should definitely check out. All right.
Number 3?
Captain America Civil War. I mean,
I have no idea what your top 2 are,
It's
dude.
awesome. Captain America Civil War is awesome. It almost made me cry watching the airport scene, for crying out loud. I love these characters. I love watching these Marvel movies. I love watching them going toe-to-toe with each other, trying to figure out like who's on the right side and who's on the wrong side. Not only was it a Captain America movie, but it did a great job at branching out to all the other characters that are being affected by the issues that were going on during this movie. And the inclusion of Spider-Man and Black Panther were also done very well. Number 3 for me is Captain America Civil War.
My number 4, City of Stars.
Yeah.
Man, La La Land. I'm sorry for that, I can't sing. But I love La La Land. Musicals are, I don't love them all, but the ones I love so passionately. Singing in the Rain, Swing Time, great. And this movie had moments where I felt I was watching an old musical, especially with the tap dancing. I thought I was watching Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Not as maybe good as them, but it gave me that feel where I was like, I like this. I'm immersed in it. I thought the music was excellent. I've already got most of the songs in my iPod. I love it. I thought the story was great. I thought the ending was really impactful. I thought it was a little, like, I've seen it before, but I really liked it. Yeah. So I'm going to go with La La Land. It is an excellent movie. It's going to dominate at the Oscars. Yeah, I love La La Land.
For sure.
My number 3. 3 through 1 gets hard for me. I battled all day moving them around. But my number 3 is Rogue One, A Star Wars Story.
Okay.
I can hear everyone being like, you gave it a 10 out of 10. How is it now number 1? But I thought about it, and I love Rogue One. I'm going to rewatch Rogue One a bajillion times in my life. That scene, you know which scene I'm talking about. That's all I got to say. You know what I'm talking about. That scene is amazing, but it's going to be my number 3. I love the film. I thought it was so well done. I cannot wait for episode 7, but my number 3, Star Wars Rogue One.
Hey, that's fair, man. At least it's in your top 3. Otherwise, I'd be very nervous.
Of course it made the list.
Number 2 for me is Arrival. Such a great movie. I loved the acting in this movie. I thought all the shots were incredible. I thought this was a great alien invasion story without it seeming like so big and having all these explosions, and it's just so mysterious. It's quiet, which is a nice. It's nice and refreshing to see an alien invasion movie like this just be able to suck you in and be able to enjoy it from beginning to end. Like, I enjoyed Amy Adams in the role. I enjoyed the way that this movie was constructed. It really just enveloped me throughout the whole movie. I didn't feel like it was slow at all. I just was embracing it and was just having a great time in the theater. Number 2 for me is Arrival.
I am so surprised it was that high.
Really?
I am incredibly shocked.
Wow.
Because you have not talked about it. You came out of it and you're like, man, I really liked it. And that's all I heard for the rest of the year. That's all I
just.
You never talked about it.
I was like, whoa.
And then you like talk about how much you loved Fences and all these other films, and I was expecting to be higher. I am legit. I have no idea what your number 1 is. All right, my number 2 is Manchester by the Sea.
Yeah.
The more I thought about this film, the more I fall in love with it.
Yeah.
It is so hard to watch. It is so gripping. You get so drawn into the performances. And I think Casey Affleck was incredible. But my goodness, Michelle Williams. She is amazing. When you know what I'm talking about if you've seen the film, they have a scene together that breaks your heart. Mm-hmm. And the film has a way, without giving any spoilers away, it has a way of giving you an ending that you don't expect and you don't want, but it's completely needed for the characters and who they are. And the more I think about it, it was a film when I walked out, I said I don't want to watch it again. I kind of want to watch it again just because I want to look at it again from a different angle after knowing everything that happens. So for my number 2 is Manchester by the Sea. What's your number 1? I'm so excited.
So we didn't do a review for this movie, which is unfortunate, but this turned out to be my favorite movie of the year. Nocturnal Animals is my number 1 of the year, and for me, it's just because
I'm very surprised.
For everything, it was so weird. I did not expect this, but coming in, when watching through this whole movie, I was just blown away. Like, I just was sucked into it. Like, all I could concentrate on was what was going to happen next, what the story entails. Like, I wanted to follow each one of these characters, and for me, a movie that should be on the top of my list should do that. Should make me want to keep watching this movie, wanting to see what's going to happen next, wanting to follow these characters, and just being able to enjoy this movie. And for me, that's what happened. The performances, I thought, are phenomenal. The way it's shot is just incredible to me. The story, it's not one story, but it's almost like 2 or 3 stories. And usually that can get really scary, because of all the juggling between the plots. But it just flows and it works together so well. And you just come out of the movie just wondering, I have to go see this again. Like, what did I just watch? What did I just witness? Like, my goodness. Like, I was just blown. To me, I was blown away by this movie. I really enjoyed it. And that's why Nocturnal Animals,
I can tell how much this man loved it. He just went nuts.
Yeah.
We'll have a review of Nocturnal Animals coming out where Kyle can talk more about it. I'm very surprised that made it that high. I saw the film a couple weeks ago. I really, really loved it. It was hard not to put it in the top 10.
Yeah.
But I really liked it. Performance was great. Aaron Taylor Johnson, Michael Shannon, Jake Gyllenhaal, Amy Adams. I love him. Speaking of Amy Adams, my number 1's Arrival.
Yeah.
See, this is why I was so shocked. I was buzzing about Arrival. Every time somebody's like, what was your favorite movie of the year? I was like, it's Arrival. And then when I saw Rogue One, I started saying, Rogue One's my new favorite. But I just thought about it, and I thought it was a unique, different take on alien invasion. I thought it was so amazing. Arrival blew me away with the performances, the cinematography. I loved Denis Villeneuve. I've never gotten more excited for a Blade Runner sequel than I love Blade Runner. I didn't really want a Blade Runner sequel, but now I'm really excited because I've loved every movie he's done. He's made one 10 out of 10 for me, and everything else has been an 8.5 or higher.
Oh, no.
I love him. My number 1, Arrival, guys! It's 2017!
It's 2016 has finally ended.
Thank
and now
goodness!
We're coming into a new year full of new movies, and it's going to be awesome.
It is. I cannot wait. There's so many great movies going to come out this year.
Yeah.
Guys, what was your top 10? What's your top 5? Put them in the comments below. Rank them. We'll start a conversation. Let's talk about it, guys. Keep eating meals. I almost said movies. Keep eating meals. Keep watching movies, guys. What a great year. This is our top 10 of 2016, man.
And thank you guys for watching us. And please keep watching us, that is, if you want
to. Share,
not.
Comment, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and we're going to keep getting you guys a ton more videos in 2017. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, here we go, baby. All right, Mom, thanks for watching.
See you guys.